I just want to thank the lady for giving me the last question. My question actually relates to the people in the back. Ostensibly, I am someone who is on your side. I voted for Trump in 2016. I voted a straight ballot Republican ticket in 2018. My question relates to the first question. You both say that Democrats have been successful in selling their failed policies to minorities, but I want to know, why have they been so successful? It seems incredibly offensive to me and to the people in the back to imply that minorities aren't smart enough to determine what's best for them. You say that moral qualities are what are sort of attributing moral qualities to skin color is the definition of racism. But I would extend that to say that attributing the capacity to reason to skin color, not being able to discern what might be best for you, is also an extension of racism. And well, no, I mean, just let me finish my question. I propose the counter-interpretation that Republicans before Trump didn't give a fuck about people of color. Before that, they waged 2 wars in the Middle East. They spent $8 trillion. What if we invested those into the inner cities of Chicago, or we invest that into the minority communities in America? And what has National Review ever done for black people? They just sit in their ivory tower and lament about the state of the world and how minorities are in these situations, but they haven't actually ever done anything to help these people.
Who hasn't ever done anything?
National Review, Paul Ryan, Will Hurd, Mia Love.
The Republican Party, which was founded to free the slaves, they've never done anything to help black people in the country?
I'm talking about
all right,
Rhino.
got it. Just wanted to make sure we were clear. All right.
That is my question. I want to know, why have they been so successful in selling their Democrats been so successful in selling their policies?
I'll tell you. Well, I'll tell you why. It only has to do with one color, and that's green. Everybody can be bought. Everybody can be bought. Everybody loves free stuff. And they have essentially said, if you qualify for victimhood, we'll buy you. We will buy you. And that that has created dependency, it has created illegitimacy, it has chased fathers out of the home, and they were warned, they were told it would chase fathers out of the home. You know, being a fatherless child, being in a single-parent family is one of the greatest indications of risk for suicide, for crime, for drug use, for everything that there is. That is, when you go into a prison, when you go in, and I've visited a lot of prisons, you can walk down the cell, single family, fatherless family. The left created that situation by giving people money to have kids out of wedlock, and they were told it would happen, and it did happen. The illegitimate birth rate among African Americans is worse today than it was when Democrats were selling them down the river as slaves. It's worse now. So they finally succeeded by means of welfare to accomplish what they couldn't do by means of force. They have been a tsunami of destruction on people. There are people, these are our fellow Americans, and the Democrats have sold them dependency. You can do this to anybody, pal. It has nothing to do with the color of people's skin. You can buy anybody. We are all corrupt. We're all sinful people, and they have pulled this off through their stupid intersectional racist policies, and they've just been a tsunami of destruction. That's how they did it.
There's a currency to victimhood. You're right that the color green matters. There's a currency and a social currency to victimhood as well. The evidence is that there are people in this room who are making a statement by putting tape over their own mouths to pretend that they're being censored when they're not being censored at all. It's because that carries a social currency, and this is true for a multitude of races. This is true with intersectional sexual and gender theories. This is true across a wide variety of the people that the left has divided and pitted against one another in this country for an extraordinarily long time and ramped up in recent history. People can be duped. I've been duped many times. People can be bought. Anybody can be bought, and it's a real shame. And it's a real shame that our culture continues to give currency to that victimhood and to that faux victimhood. If we get past that, then you can realize that you've got a hand, you can take the tape right off your mouth, and it turns out you put it there yourself in the first place.